the psychology of digital overload and why your mind needs a break. If you clicked this video, it's probably because you feel mentally tired, even when you haven't done anything physically exhausting. You scroll, you watch, you switch apps, you check messages, and somehow, instead of feeling entertained or informed, you feel heavier, less clear, less present, more restless than before. This video matters because digital overload doesn't usually announce itself. It doesn't feel like a problem at first. It feels normal. It feels like modern life. But slowly, attention weakens, emotions flatten, patience shortens, and the mind starts craving stimulation while also feeling overwhelmed by it. Think about how often your day is. Interrupted notifications, videos, conversations, music, news, screens. Even silence now gets filled instantly. And in the middle of all this, you're still expected to focus, to care deeply, to think clearly, to feel motivated. But something feels off. You open apps without intention. You forget why you picked up your phone. You feel busy, but not fulfilled. Connected, but not calm. Many people don't realize they're overloaded. They just feel tired, irritable, unmotivated, unable to focus, emotionally numb at times, overwhelmed at others. They feel like something is wrong with them, when in reality, something is constantly happening to them. So here's the real question. If technology is supposed to make life easier, faster, and better, why do so many people feel more mentally drained, distracted, and disconnected than ever before? What is digital overload actually doing to your inner world? And why does stepping away from screens feel uncomfortable, even when you desperately need rest? Digital overload isn't just about how much time you spend on screens. It's about how often your attention is pulled away before it can settle. The modern digital environment trains the mind to expect constant change, new images, new sounds, new emotions, new problems, new rewards. And when attention never gets the chance to fully land, the mind never truly rests. Every alert, scroll, and switch creates a small mental shift. On its own, it feels harmless, but over hours and days, these shifts stack. The mind stops moving deeply and starts moving constantly, and constant movement creates a subtle form of inner noise. This is why many people struggle to sit with one task, why boredom feels heavier than it used to, why silence can feel uncomfortable. The mind becomes so used to stimulation that stillness feels empty instead of peaceful. Rest starts to feel like something is missing. Digital overload also changes emotional rhythms. When you consume fast, intense content all day, ordinary moments begin to feel dull. Conversations feel slower. Studying feels heavier. Even joy can feel quieter. So the mind reaches again for more content, more input, more distraction. Not because it feels good, but because it feels familiar. And over time, this constant input creates a strange tension. You feel mentally full, yet unsatisfied. Informed, yet unfocused. Entertained, yet restless. This is the psychology of overload. Not collapse, but crowding. Your inner space becomes so busy that there is no room left for clarity. When the mind is overloaded, three things slowly weaken: attention, emotional sensitivity, and inner direction. Attention weakens first. It becomes harder to stay with one thought, one page, one feeling, one conversation. The mind looks for exits even when nothing is wrong. This is often mistaken for laziness, low motivation, or lack of discipline. But in many cases, it's mental saturation. Emotional sensitivity shifts next. When you are constantly exposed to intense images, stories, opinions, and comparisons, emotions start to flatten or spike. Some people feel numb, others feel easily irritated or anxious. The inner world loses its natural rhythm, and finally, inner direction fades. When most of your attention is spent reacting, there is less space left to reflect, less room to feel what you actually want, less clarity about what matters. You consume more, but hear yourself less. This is why breaks matter psychologically, not just physically. A real break is not entertainment. It's not more content in a different form. A real break is when input reduces enough for the inner world to become audible again. Quiet moments don't just rest the mind, they reorganize it. And here's something worth asking yourself. When was the last time you were bored without immediately escaping it? When was the last time you let a thought finish without replacing it? When was the last time you felt mentally spacious instead of mentally full? Your mind doesn't need to abandon technology. It needs relief from saturation. Psychological breaks are about giving attention fewer places to go, so it can finally settle somewhere. This can be as simple as stepping outside without headphones, sitting without reaching for a screen, reading without switching tabs, letting a moment remain unfinished. At first, this can feel uncomfortable. Restlessness often rises before calm does, because when stimulation fades, what was covered up becomes noticeable. Thoughts, emotions, fatigue, longing. That discomfort is not a failure. It is a signal that your inner world is finally being felt again. And in that space, something slowly returns. Clarity, emotional depth, a quieter form of energy, focus that doesn't feel forced, motivation that doesn't feel borrowed. Digital overload isn't about technology being bad. It's about the human need for mental breathing room. The same way the body needs pauses between effort, the mind needs pauses between inputs. If this video helped you understand your mental fatigue differently, consider subscribing to Neuro. We explore the psychology behind everyday inner struggles, so you can learn to work with your mind instead of drowning it out. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you feel mentally tired, even when your life isn't physically demanding? Share your experience in the comments. Your words might help someone else feel less alone.